Hey folks, welcome back to Elite Training Academy. It's me, Andrew Chadwick, your certified strength coach here at the Academy. And this week I want to talk about the strength speed continuum and where we want to place ourselves along that continuum to deliver the most effective results possible for you, the person on the other end of the phone or the camera, to be able to understand how you should be training for golf. Now, there's a lot of people out there that will tell you that they need to be doing a lot of volume, a lot of reps. There will be people out there telling you that you shouldn't do any weight training at all. And there will be people out there that you should stay away from speed training and you should stay away from strength training. Ultimately, you should basically just walk the golf course. The problem with that is overuse injuries are one of the biggest cause of problems for athletes in golf, especially because of the fact of how much movement they're trying to produce or how much force they're trying to produce in that given movement. So, giving you a practical example today of 3 things that you can be doing along the way of your training to help you play better golf. Go ahead and like the video. Let's go ahead and get into this workout. Okay, so the first place we're going to start on this strength speed continuum is going to be with our strength. Now, most people are a little bit intimidated about strength training, and that's understandable. People don't want to get hurt in the gym. When we talk about strength training, we're talking about what's relatively strength for you, the individual. Now, that may not be this weight. It may be lighter. It may be heavier. I don't know. But what we always stress is you start where you are right now. You get consistent with the training program that you're on, and you start to see those incremental gains week on week. If we can do that, strength is going to have positive returns for us, reduce the risk of injury, and ultimately it's the basis of where we want to start our programming. So if we can get an athlete in, we can start to build some capacity with them in terms of their throwing and jumping, and we can layer in that strength training, we're going to see great returns for our athletes. The exercise I picked for you for this demonstration is a hex bar deadlift. We choose a hex bar deadlift over most others in terms of like a conventional straight bar deadlift, just for the fact of the safety aspect to it. It's a really great movement that athletes can be doing to express force down into the ground, picking up a heavy weight. It also has the added ability that the load isn't out in front of you, so it reduces the risk of injury or stress on the lower back, which again is a big concern of a lot of people. So with the hex bar deadlift, we go feet relatively close. I like about hip width. I'll take my hands onto the handles. I'm down into position. Stomach's nice and tight. I'll take a big deep breath. And then we're up. There you go. So we're looking for that to be strong. We're looking for it to be powerful. We're looking to have a weight on there that challenges us to work hard, but also build strength off it. So we would be anywhere from, say, 4 to 6 reps, 4 to 8 reps maybe on a hex bar deadlift. And that would be a great way of you increasing your strength. One of the biggest key indicators for golf driving distances and club head speed is how much force can you put down into the ground, and can you put that force down into the ground because you are strong. So this is a great way of being able to start with your strength training. So as soon as we're done with our strength, we also want to be talking about what's happening in terms of strength speed and being able to produce power. When we're talking about producing power, we're talking about being able to do some plyometric exercises or ballistic exercises. You can also do this with some kind of barbell variation or dumbbell variation, a weighted implement. But what we're talking about here is being able to express force, being able to produce power. Okay, so I'm taking a box jump as the example. We could use a superset of hex bar deadlifts into a box jump. I'm just talking about the exercise as an individual, okay? With a box jump, it's gonna force me to use my lower body to put force down into the ground, jump on up onto the box. So here's a couple of reps. Again, I'm going feet hip width. I'm gonna load up. I can use my arms down and up, land on the box, step down, and then go again. With this, we'll probably do anywhere up to 5 reps, 6 reps maybe. Wanting our athletes, again, to express force down into the ground, jumping on up. we can start to then go into a kickstand position, challenge that lead leg or that front leg, and we'll do both sides. We can go into a rotational box jump to understand how to kind of apply that force as we start to rotate. You can start to challenge that movement, but again, it's all about expression of force and power here. So we've done our strength, we've started to express more force, more power here, then we'll move on to the final stage of that continuum. Okay, so the final stage of the continuum is speed. Now what we can do with speed is use medicine balls, slam balls, really light stuff to force an athlete to move as fast as possible. But with the introduction of speed systems like this here, the super speed, you've also got another stack. There's Mach 3 speed training that is a big one in the industry. We have the ability to overspeed the body. Now we've got a green club here which is 20% lighter than a standard driver, and we'll have athletes move as fast as they can with this. And what's happening here is we're trying to recreate or create a new set point of speed. Your brain has what's called a governor on the body, and it controls the nervous system and how fast it can fire and how fast it can move. The idea of swinging the super speed stick at 20% lighter is it's going to force your governor on your brain to create a new set point. So if you walked in the gym, for example, and you could move at 105 miles an hour, you do a super speed session, and at the end when you've done the fastest club, you should be able to see maybe a 108, maybe even 110 club head speed. And the reason why is we're creating that new set point with that body, the governor on the brain, to control the body to be able to move faster. And over time, it has that effect where it just creates that new set point continuously on and on. It does require that kind of consistency with the training, but also the consistency with repeating the programs or going through the programs and the sequences. Do recommend having a look at their stuff. Stack is very good as well, but Super Speed is the one that we use here at the Academy. Now, in terms of programming, they have many different programs that you can work through. We always recommend starting at the beginning and then going through. But the idea here is you just go into a golf stance and you want to move as fast as you can. You're trying to get your body to move as fast as possible. And when you do this repeatedly, both dominant and non-dominant, it's going to help you be able to produce more speed. All right, folks, so there you have it. That's this week's video here in the gym. I wanted to talk about the strength speed continuum so it gives people a bit of an understanding about what we do here at the Academy. We will make sure that we're working with our athletes through strength phases, through stability phases. We're always trying to feel that the athlete is moving as effectively as possible to deliver the maximum results. When we get into our speed training, we want our athletes to be as strong as possible, reducing the risk of injury to be able to produce more speed. So this is where we start to implement our speed training. I think one of the biggest reasons why I've been able to reach 130 miles an hour club head speed is the fact of I've gone through that continuum of training. I'm actually quite looking forward to seeing what happens this year, this coming year in 2024, to see what happens with my club head speed, having gone through that second full cycle of our training here at the Academy. So I follow their programming. It's all online and available if anybody would like to purchase it. You can go ahead and head over to the link in the bio or the description box down below, and you can go over to our website and you can have a look at our programming there. But go ahead and like the video, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you next week for another fitness video.